Now looking on the front, the Samsung Galaxy S8, first of all, side by side, you can kind of see that the S21 is the bigger phone in pretty much every dimension. It's longer, it's wider, as expected, it's a newer phone. The Samsung Galaxy S8 on the front has that 5.8-inch Super AMOLED display. It's 1440p, and it's a really good panel. I've pretty much hyped this panel up for the entirety of this phone's whole entire life cycle. I've always felt like it was a really good panel. When you look at it, especially when you look at the sides, I mean, this thing has the curved sides on it, which are beautiful. The Samsung Galaxy S21 has a flat display, take it as you will, but it's a 1440p panel, higher resolution than the Samsung Galaxy S21, and it's a very good panel. No matter what you do with it, no matter how you look at it, it is a beautiful panel for sure, where the Samsung Galaxy S21 has a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED display, and this is what I'll tell you. It's a 1080p panel. It is technically a lower resolution than the Samsung Galaxy S8, but I would still rather have this panel than the S8, mostly because of the hole punch display. It's a better looking phone because of that fingerprint sensor in the display, but you also have that 120Hz refresh rate, and if you don't know what that means, basically the screen refreshes at a higher rate, so everything looks a little bit smoother, and the Galaxy S8 still has that 60Hz panel. So just that in and of itself, the Galaxy S21 was the better one here for sure, but it's still surprising to me that a phone that came out in 2017, this one that costs substantially less than this one, is actually kind of better in it in some areas, and that's very surprising to me. On the bottom, USB Type-C ports on both. The Galaxy S8 does have that headphone jack. Surprisingly enough, and this is very important, thinness-wise, they kind of have the same thing going on. I don't really feel like one's, maybe the Galaxy S21 is thicker, but the Galaxy S8 has that microSD card slot, where the Samsung Galaxy S21 does not have a microSD card slot anymore. Now, that in and of itself is a pretty big difference to me, because the Galaxy S8 had that capability, the Galaxy S21 doesn't have that capability, and that's a pretty major difference in my opinion. So in terms of that, in terms of the outside, I mean, even on the back, this is another big thing I almost forgot to mention: glass back on the Samsung Galaxy S8, plastic back on the Samsung Galaxy S21. A Samsung flagship device, from the S series of Samsung, hasn't had a plastic back since the Samsung Galaxy S5. The Galaxy S8's back feels so good, it feels extremely premium in the hand. The Samsung Galaxy S21 actually looks better, I think, but it doesn't feel better. It actually feels a lot better when it's colder, but when it's warm, you can definitely feel like it's plastic for sure. So in terms of the outsides, I mean, that pretty much covers it up for the most part.